If you had $1 billion network, a global brand, and basically an entire empire under your belt, what would you do with your spare cash? Maybe splurge on a few island getaways, or buy a small country for the fun of it? Well, Oprah Winfrey, queen of all things media, with her $3 billion, has her own ideas. From sprawling estates to jets fancier than most people's dreams, she's turned spending into an art form. So buckle up, because we're about to take a joyride through some of the stupidly expensive things Oprah calls just another Tuesday. As if owning $1 billion network and a small island of successful ventures aren't enough, Oprah has also been collecting lavish properties across the world. Let's start with a little trip down memory lane, 1985 to be exact, when Oprah made her first big move by purchasing a condo in Chicago's Water Tower Place. This was just before her iconic talk show kicked off, but she wouldn't stop at just one slice of real estate pie, and eventually scooped up 3 more units, forming a 9,625 square foot mega condo. By the time the property was listed for sale in 2014, the whole setup now boasts 4 bedrooms, 5 full bathrooms, and more than enough space to get lost in. Perfect for those days when you just want to hide from the world or maybe your overly chatty neighbors. It was eventually sold for nearly $5 million after an initial listing of $7.75 million. Fast forward to 1995, and Oprah's real estate game had leveled up from condo living to something a little more exclusive. She stepped up her game with a penthouse on Fisher Island, Florida, off the coast of Miami. This isn't your typical beachfront getaway, by the way. This place boasted 6,170 square feet, 4 bedrooms, and ceilings so high you probably need a drone to admire them. We're talking about 20-foot high ceilings. It even had a terrace with an ocean view. Because what's the point of living on an island if you can't sip your morning coffee while watching the waves crash, right? Now, this is where things get real. By 2001, Oprah decided that it was time to put some permanent roots down in California's celebrity-packed Montecito town. Known as the Promised Land, the 23,000 square foot Georgian-style mansion in Montecito, California was bought for $52 million and came with everything you'd expect from a billionaire's playground: guest houses, a pool, a tennis court, and more. Just picture something straight out of a Jane Austen novel, only with fewer ruffled dresses and more swimming pools. But she didn't stop there. By 2002, she had her sights set on Hawaii, spending $17 million on her initial purchases, and later on, an additional $8 million, with the latest being in 2023, when she spent $6.6 million to buy 870 acres, bringing the number of acres she owns to over 1,000. This also includes a cozy little farmhouse that she transformed into the ultimate island retreat. Oprah once called it her lovely and soft cashmere blanket. I mean, my throw blanket is from IKEA, but sure, no big deal. Frankly, we can't argue. If our blankets came with wraparound porches and ocean views, we'd tell everybody about it too. In 2015, Oprah turned to snowy Colorado. She bought a $14 million mansion in Telluride, complete with a heated driveway, because if your driveway isn't heated, are you even rich? In 2018, Oprah shelled out $8.3 million for a stunning waterfront estate on Orcas Island. She would later flip the property for $14 million. But Oprah wasn't done yet. 2019 came around and she was buying a $6.85 million Spanish Revival-style compound from Jeff Bridges in California, adding 70 acres to her already sprawling Montecito empire. At this point, we can all agree that her California property is less a home and more a small city. And in 2021, Oprah added a Tuscan-style farmhouse to her collection for $10.5 million, then casually sold it to Jennifer Aniston for $14.8 million. If there's something else Oprah loves the way she loves collecting houses, it's her books. Her library in her California residence is basically every book lover's fantasy. I mean, it is Oprah after all. The woman ran a book club that had folks sprinting to the nearest bookstore like it was the latest iPhone release. And her library isn't just stacked, it's stacked with first editions, rare books, Pulitzer Prize winners, and leather-bound classics that date back to the 1940s. Some of these beauties are worth over $1,000 each. She even has a section dedicated to African American authors like Langston Hughes and others. Let's just say, it is the kind of collection that would make most seasoned book collectors green with envy. But Oprah isn't just about lavish homes and books, she knows how to throw a party. Case in point, her 2005 Legend Ball, where she hosted 25 African American icons for a 3-day extravaganza. And when Oprah throws a party, she doesn't hand out basic party favors. No, her guests went home with diamond earrings. You know, just a little billionaire's thanks for coming gift. And of course, no Oprah party is complete without the right drinks. And when she's celebrating, she does it with Armand de Brignac Brut Gold Champagne. A bottle goes for about $300, which means when Oprah pops a cork, the sound you hear is money flying out the door. And now, let's turn her attention to her garage, because over the years, Oprah has collected some classic wheels that we cannot help but admire. First up is the Showstopper, a stunning 1954 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Goldwing, which was auctioned off for a jaw-dropping $605,000. This classic isn't just a car, it's a legend on wheels, featuring those iconic Goldwing doors that make getting in and out feel like a scene straight out of a movie. Oprah auctioned off this beauty with two other classic cars of hers, a 1997 DB7 Volante and a 1998 Rolls-Royce Corniche 2 convertible. And given that mint condition models now fetch for well over $1 million, whoever snagged this vehicle got a steal. But Oprah's not just stuck in the past, she's embraced the future too, with her 2022 Tesla Model S worth $144,000. This electric wonder zooms from 0 to 60 in just 2.1 seconds. Not bad for someone who's more into giving away cars than racing them. It is perfect for when Oprah needs to escape a traffic jam, and with all the bells and whistles that come with it, climate control, huge display screens, and autonomous driving features, this car is as smooth as her talk show transitions. When Oprah needs to go big, and by big we mean really big, she turns to her 2022 Lincoln Navigator, priced at $107,000. The longer wheelbase and high-tech features make this the ultimate luxury family SUV, even if the family is just her, Stedman, and her dogs. Last but certainly not least, we have the 2022 Cadillac Escalade, valued at $100,000. If you're thinking classic American muscle, you're right on the money. With a 6.2-liter V8 engine under the hood, this ride is built to roar, perfect for anyone who wants to make an entrance. When Oprah gets fed up with the ordinary experience of road trips, yes, billionaires sometimes get tired of hitting the highway, she takes to the skies in her private jet. She was a regular commercial flyer like the rest of us previously, but after a particularly unpleasant encounter with a fellow passenger back in 1991, Oprah decided first-class tickets no longer cut it, and decided it was time she flew on her own terms. Naturally, this meant buying a private jet, but we're not talking about just any jet here. We're talking about the Bombardier Global Express, which cost $42 million. And remember, this was way back in 1991 when most billionaires today were still trying to make their millions. Oprah was already chilling in her own flying palace. But in true Oprah fashion, she didn't stop there. By 2013, she went all out and bought herself a Gulfstream G550, which sounds like the Rolls-Royce of jets, and honestly, it kind of is. This twin-engine, ultra-luxurious business beauty reportedly set Oprah back a casual $45 million. In 2016, she would take it even further, getting herself a Gulfstream G650, a flying palace with panoramic windows, Wi-Fi, and seats that transform into beds. This luxurious jet, which set her back a cool $70 million, can fly 7,000 nautical miles non-stop and soar at 51,000 feet, leaving regular jets in the dust. And of course, this wasn't just any off-the-rack Gulfstream either. Oprah had the entire interior gutted and redesigned to fit her taste. It's said that she spent more than $10 million just to customize it. I mean, why settle for standard when you can have it Oprah-fied? Of course, traveling in style is also Oprah's thing, and while most of us are wrestling with ancient suitcases that could fall apart mid-flight, Oprah's rolling with an $825 Harman suitcase. Because why settle for functional when you can have luxurious? Speaking of luxury, Oprah's wardrobe is like something out of a dream. She has graced countless red carpets and magazine covers, each time draped in luxurious designer clothes that could pay off student loans. But one impressive part of her wardrobe is her shoe collection. The billionaire has been seen rocking some serious pieces over the years, but she has a special weakness for Christian Louboutins. Prices for these babies range from $500 to $6,000. And rumor has it, she once gave Jessica Seinfeld 21 pairs. Yes, 21. That's a wardrobe haul most of us can only dream of. But that is not even the most extravagant item in Oprah's collection. You see, she used to have a bathtub carved exactly to fit her body. I mean, why settle for a standard soap when you can bathe in something that fits like a custom-tailored dress? Some of us have to adjust to our bathtubs, while Oprah has her own bathtub adjusting to her. Seems fair, right? And when Oprah's not splurging on herself, she's busy spending her money on her friends, family, audience, and even random persons. Remember that iconic moment on the Oprah Winfrey Show that went viral before going viral was even a thing? You get a car! You get a car! Everybody gets a car! She didn't just roll a couple of beat-up used cars that might break down in 2 weeks. Oh no, she gifted 276 brand new Pontiac G6 sedans. And who could forget the time she bought a warehouse full of books to help her partner Stedman Graham hit the bestseller list? Because nothing says I love you quite like manipulating the New York Times bestseller list. If you're curious about who else is living the high life in Oprah's world, her dogs are top contenders. These pampered pooches dine on gourmet meals, have personal trainers, and get this, Oprah's will includes a small provision for them, a cool $30 million. You heard that right. While some people are fighting over who gets the family china, Oprah's dogs will be chilling in luxury, probably sipping on organic doggy champagne after their daily massage. And there you have it, a peek into the luxurious life of one of America's famous billionaires. Moral of this story? If you're coming back as anyone in the next life, maybe aim to be one of Oprah's dogs.